Hi, Ann. Thanks so much for being willing to have this conversation today and letting me know how the work we did with you seems to have affected you over the last few months.
Thank you, Morty. I'm glad to do this.
What would you say the issue was before? What was the problem, and what was it you wanted to deal with to begin with?
It seems like I had a lot of eating issues, and I always longed to be what I call a normie, which is just somebody who eats when they're hungry and doesn't have a whole lot of other stuff going on. I've never had a serious weight problem, but I think I've lost the same 10 or 20 pounds 110 or 120 times in my life. So I
Okay.
would eat in certain kinds of situations, like I would eat in social situations when I felt anxious, or I would eat as a way to calm myself, or I would eat because I was fatigued and I thought that the only way to feel better was to eat. And when you do that, you find so many occasions to eat. That's why you have the same poundage to lose over and over again.
Okay. So, what did you discover as a result of the work we did together?
Well, all of the things we worked on are gone. For example, I don't eat as a way to cope with fatigue. And I had the one I had that was amazing to me was eating in social situations when I'm anxious. And I attended a party recently where there were like 22 guests, and 19 of them all had something in common. They all knew each other, and there were only three of us that weren't part of this group. So that's a real setup for anxiety, for feeling like an outsider. And at one point in the course of the party, the hostess put all the appetizers right in front of me on my table, and I still didn't overeat appetizers. I just had a few.
Oh, congratulations! Great. Give me a couple other types of situations where you would have eaten in the past that you didn't eat. You haven't eaten since the work you did.
Well, another one is eating in response to fatigue. And what I noticed from doing this work with you is it makes you realize that there are other ways to get the same thing that you try to get from food. So now when I'm tired, I take a break, or I go for a walk, or I even take a nap. And that actually really helps with fatigue, where food only gives you like a temporary little fix.
Okay. What else? What was one of the other types of situations in which you ate that you now don't eat?
Well, in my growing up, I was one in a family of nine people, seven children. And so I tended to eat when I felt deprived, and I tended to eat in anticipation of being hungry. Like hunger was something horrible that I needed to avoid. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that anymore.
Congratulations. That's great. I thought one of the others was celebration and to give yourself pleasure. I remember those two.
Yeah.
How have those been?
Well, um, to give myself pleasure, I I just don't think I eat for that reason anymore. I just don't need to do that anymore. It's amazing.
Okay.
Okay. And celebrating, let's see. Oh, yes, actually I didn't think about this, but just recently I went away for a weekend with my husband to celebrate my birthday, and we ate out, etc., because we were away, though we packed our breakfast. And I didn't really feel like I was overeating or like I was driven to eat. It wouldn't normally be desserts, so that because I was celebrating. So actually, I hadn't observed that one. I think that one's gone too.
Good. So, what would you say as an overall summary of the change in your eating patterns as a result of all the deconditioning work you've done?
Well, I just feel a lot more relaxed about food. I feel more like it's a non issue in my life. Maybe I'm closer to being a normie than I ever imagined I would be, of just eating when I'm hungry and not trying to eat to fix a whole lot of problems or feelings of discomfort.
Great. Well, I'm thrilled you got that kind of value, and it's made such a difference with you so far. And we'll stay in touch.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much.